So next we'll see one example. Determine whether the following systems are causal or non-causal. So we have to check whether the system is causal or not. So the first one, so that is y of t, which is equal to x of 2t. So how to check whether the system is causal or not means, so we are following simple method here. So let us put the t value. So one is t equal to 0 and one more is t less than 0 and one more is t greater than 0. So for these values, so we have to observe the output. Okay, so if I put t value equal to 0, the first condition, say for t equal to 0, so then it becomes y of 0 equal to x of 2 into 0, so that is equal to x of 0. That means the output depends on the present value only when t equal to 0. So the second case I will consider when t is less than 0. For t less than 0, so that means less than 0 value I will consider. Say let us say I will consider it equal to minus 1. Then y of minus 1 equal to x of 2 into minus 1, that is equal to x of minus 2. So that means the present value that is dependent on the past values. X of minus 2 is the past value, y of minus 1 is the present value. If it is also x of minus 1, that we are calling it as a present value. Here look at, by putting t less than 1, so it depends on the past values. Similarly, we will go for one more value, that is for t greater than 0. If I put t greater than 0, so let us say I will put t equal to 2. So then I will getting y of 2, which is equal to x of, so 2 into 2 is 4, x of 4. That means, so output depends on the future values. So after solving this, we can conclude that the system, that is y of t equal to x of 2t, is causal system for t less than or equal to 0. So causal means, so we have already defined, so if its output depends on present and past values, then we are calling it as a causal system. Look at here, for t equal to 0, it depending on the present value. If t less than 0, then it depending on the previous values. So that means, hence for t equal to 0, t less than 0, so combined, so I am writing it as a for t less or equal to 0. For this, the system behaves as a causal system. And look at here, when we put t greater than 0, so then it depends on the future value of the input. X of 4 is your future value, so y of 2 is the output. So that means if it is also x of 2, then we are calling it as a present. So it is 4, that means future. So hence y of t equal to x of 2t is non-causal system for t greater than 0. So let us go for the second example. So that is y of n equal to x of n square. So second example, so y of n equal to x of n square. So we are following same method. First one, for n equal to 0, then we are getting y of 0 equal to x of 0. So then more for n less than 0, so let us take y of minus 2 equal to x of minus 2 bracket square. Then I am getting it as a x of 4. And third one, then when it is for n greater than 0, suppose take y of 2 equal to x of 2 square. So then I am calling it as a x of 4. That means y of n equal to x of n square. So y of minus 2, so it depends on the future input x of 4. So similarly, if y of 2, again it depends on the future value of the input. Hence y of n equal to x of n square is non-causal system, because the system output depends on the future values. So you can call it as a for, you can put the condition for n greater than 0 and n less than 0, and it behaves as a causal system for n equal to 0. So y of n equal to x of n square is causal system for n equal to 0, because here if I put n equal to 0, it becomes x of 0 equal to y of 0. That means it depends on the present value of the input only, hence the system is causal. Hope you understood these two problems.